Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
On the national news this hour from Babagade Imo Television, first the headlines. Bank chiefs, business moguls in panic as Tinubu set to receive investigative report on Emefiele. Presidency reacts as Emefiele exposes beneficiaries of massive corruption in CBN. Falana calls for review of court judgment sacking 3 governors. Emefiele reportedly willing to refund over 1.6 billion naira to secure plea bargain. Tinubu will make Nigeria great again, PDP lawmaker declares. And on sports, Super Eagles coach Pesero applies to coach Egyptian club Zamalek. I am Morire Rabila Lawal, the news in detail. The special investigative team set up to investigate the Central Bank of Nigeria activities under its former governor, Godwin Emefiele, is ready to submit its interim report to President Bola Tinubu. Recall that on July 28, 2023, President Tinubu named the Chief Executive Officer of the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria, Jim Obazi, as a special investigator to investigate CBN activities and other allied entities. Information gathered that some leading banks, chief executives, and top business moguls are in panic ahead of the submission of the investigative report to the president. According to information, some banks, chiefs, and industry players have been making frantic moves to reach out to top 8 of the president in the villa to find a soft landing for them. Speaking on the platform presidency sources, Emefiele had mentioned some of the bank chiefs as either beneficiaries of the Slay's funds or accessories who facilitated the disbursement of the monies under investigation. One of the sources said that some of the bank's chiefs who benefited from the Anchor Borrowers Program and business moguls involved in a dollar round tripping had earlier trailed the president to Paris, the United Arab Emirates, UAE, and Saudi Arabia when he visited. The sources said that bank chiefs and top businessmen and women went to see the president to see if they could stop the special investigator from including them among those to be arraigned for prosecution. According to the first order, the president washed his hands off the case because it is a matter solely for the special investigator and his team and is unlikely to interfere. Moving on to the next story. The presidency has cautioned bank executives indicted by the special investigative team to investigate the Central Bank of Nigeria activities under its former governor, Godwin Emefiele. Learned that some bank executives and business moguls have been making effort, some industry players, it was gathered, met with Tinubu to give them a soft landing to the special investigation headed by the same Jim Obazi. Presidential sources say Emefiele had mentioned some of the bank chiefs as either beneficiaries of the Slay's funds or accessories who facilitated the disbursement of the monies under investigation. One of the sources noted that some of bank chiefs who benefited from the anchor borrowers, the president washed his hands off and asked them to return to until if indicted. Human rights lawyer Femi Falana has called for a reconsideration of the Court of Appeal's decision that sacked 3 state governors. Speaking on a program, Falana questioned the validity of the judgment that removed Abu Yusuf Kanu, Dauda Lawal Zamfara, Caleb Motwang Plateau, duly elected in the March 2023 governorship elections. The Court of Appeal in a separate judgment removed the governors affiliated with the opposition New Nigeria People's Party and the People's Democratic Party. Falana, a senior advocate of Nigeria, said, if you look at what happened in Lagos, it's different from what happened in Plateau. You are being told in Plateau that there was a judgment of the High Court to the effect that primaries have to be conducted. The judgment, as usual, was dishonored and disobeyed, and the election went on. It is different from Kanu, where I've been told that the voters can be punished. It is very dangerous judicial policy to sanction voters for the mistake of electoral officers. He added, I do hope that this time around the Supreme Court will resolve these needless controversies surrounding the non-stamping of ballot papers by INEC officials who have not been recommended for any sanction. This is why the judgment will have to be reviewed. In Kano, the Court of Appeal declared Nasir Governor the governorship candidate of the All Progressive Congress, whilst they veto in the election. The Court of Appeal ruled that the Zamfara state poll was inconclusive, directing INEC to organize a new election in 3 local government areas. In a separate judgment, the appellate court instructed INEC to grant a certificate of return to Nentawe Goshwe of the APC in Plateau State. Former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Godwin Emefiele, is reportedly set to return over 1.6 billion naira to secure a plea bargain. Recall that the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, had last week arraigned Emefiele on a 6-count bordering on alleged procurement fraud. The original charge, which was 20 counts of 6.5 billion naira, was reduced to 6 counts to 1.6 billion naira. The former CBN governor, the only defendant in the new charge, has being remanded at Kuje Correctional Center. However, according to information, Emefiele is willing to refund some billions to secure a plea bargain with the federal government. A reliable source said that the amounts from the central bank, former central bank APC executive, want to return in a start from what he had allegedly looted. Another sources revealed that 1.6 billion naira Emefiele is being arraigned for is just the tip of the iceberg, adding that the ongoing investigations may have uncovered massive fraud by the former CBN governor to the tune of 3 trillion naira. Another top CBN source disclosed that Emefiele allegedly misappropriated monies largely for the COVID-19 funds and the Anchor Borrower Scheme. The source also claimed that the former CBN governor allegedly operated over 300 accounts without bank verification numbers, BVN, through family members and proxies. A House of Representative member elected on the platform of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Dan Amos, has assured Nigerians that there is hope under the Bola Tinubu administration. According to Amos, some of the steps already taken by Tinubu's administration shows that it will make Nigeria great. According to the lawmaker, the steps taken so far by the president to revamp the economy were enough indication that the country was back on track. Amos will represent Jema, Senga Federal Constituency of Kaduna State at the National Assembly, urged Nigerians to support Bola Tinubu in his quest to make Nigeria great again. There is hope for our dear nation under President Bola Tinubu. The president has settled down well. Nigeria will be great again. Speaking on the sidelines of a meeting with PDP stakeholders from his constituency in Kafanchan, added that there is hope that Tinubu will be president for everyone. The banter is still flying around over the suspension of the Osun State Chief Judge, Justice Adebola Adepileojo, by the Governor Ademola Adeleke administration in collaboration with the State House of Assembly, in reaction to a damning allegations by a faceless group that prided itself as concerned Osun indigents that the governor deliberately sacked the CJ in order to set Dr. Ramon Adedoyin free from death sentence over the untimely death of MBA executive student of the Obafemi Awolowo University, OAU, late Timothy Adegoke. Adeleke, in a press release signed by the spokesperson to the executive governor, Malam Olawale Rashid, available to SOG worldwide from the information, said the allegation by the group was to blackmail the governor in order to shield the CJ from corruption probe. Our attention has been drawn to defamatory fake news alleging that Governor Ademola Adeleke and his family are after the state's Chief Judge because of the sentencing of Chief Ramon Adedoyin. The truth which the public must be aware of is that Mr. Governor is being blackmailed with the Adedoyin case for refusing to shield and protect the Chief Judge, his own woman, from corruption probe. The blackmail is a falsehood without any foundation in truth. Chief Adedoyin is not and has never, in whatever form, been a friend of the Adelekes. Secondly, neither the governor nor his family member had any contact or interference in the Adedoyin case while it lasted. From the beginning to the end, no member of Adeleke family was involved in any way in the legal process. Thirdly, Adedoyin was never in any way involved with the PDP, the party of the governor. If anything, Adedoyin was a strong APC loyalist and ally of the past governor of Osun State. Moving on to the next story. President Bola Tinubu has expressed his heartfelt condolences to the family of Major General Chris Ali, retired, the former Chief of Army Staff who passed away on Sunday. In a statement released by his Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Ajuri Ngelale, President Tinubu described the demise of Major Ali as painful loss to the nation. Major General Ali was a distinguished and patriotic Nigerian who served his country with honor and dedication, the president said. He was a man of integrity and a respected leader within the Nigerian army. President Tinubu highlighted Major General Ali's illustrious career, noting his service as Chief of Army Staff from 1993 to 1994, as well as his tenure as Director of Military Intelligence (DMI). Major General Ali's contribution to the Nigerian Army and the nation as a whole will be deeply missed, the President remarked. His passing is a significant loss for our country. Lastly, on sport. Amidst the scrutiny surrounding Nigeria's head coach, Jose Peseiro, for the Super Eagles' lackluster performance in the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers, report revealed that Peseiro has applied for the vacant coaching position at Egyptian club Zamalek FC. According to Egyptian sport website, Peseiro is among the list of coaches who have submitted their resumes for consideration in the quest to fill the coaching void left by the recent dismissal of Colombian manager Juan Carlos Osorio, who faced termination due to subpar performance. A reliable source within Zamalek confirmed Peseiro's candidacy, stating, Jose Peseiro is among the names already nominated to lead Zamalek, but he does not enjoy any preference. He is just one name among the CVs on the board of directors, he said. While Peseiro's decision to throw his hat into the ring for the White Castle coaching role may be viewed as a strategic career move, it could potentially strain relations with his current employers, the Nigeria Football Federation. The 63-year-old Portuguese coach recently signed a new short-term contract with the NFF in the summer. Peseiro's tenure with the Super Eagles has come under increased scrutiny following the team's uninspiring start to the World Cup qualifying campaign, marked by a disappointing 1-1 draw against the Warriors of Zimbabwe on Sunday. As the coaching carousel continues, Peseiro's dual involvement adds the intriguing layer to the evolving narrative surrounding his future in the football management. With our sports story, we've come to the end of today's national news. Before we go, some headlines. Bank chiefs, Moguls, business in panic as Tinubu set to receive investigative report on Emefiele. Presidency reacts as Emefiele exposes beneficiaries of massive corruption in CBN. Falana calls for review of court judgment sacking 3 governors. Emefiele reportedly willing to refund over 1.6 billion naira to secure plea bargain. Tinubu will make Nigeria great again, PDP lawmaker declares. On sports, Super Eagles coach Jose Peseiro applies to coach Egyptian club Zamalek SC. For updates of our broadcast on YouTube, our handle is Bagade Imo Television. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell, select option all to access all of our broadcasts. On Facebook, Bagade Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. For advert placement of goods and services, coverage of events and functions, please dial the phone number streaming on the screen. Thank you for watching. I am Moriri Rabila Lawal. Good afternoon.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.